Okay. Here we go. Good morning. 9:57 a.m. At least for me, US Central Time. Hello to everyone in the waiting room of Twitch and YouTube chat. There is a question from Ignacio D. What is Eric's best TT score? 8.5. Scored that earlier this year. Last week I scored 7.5 in the morning title Tuesday, and then 7 in the afternoon. So it was a pretty good week last week. But today's tournament is crazy, crazy strong. Norway chess is finished. So HIKARU, Magnus, Fabiano, Hans. Oh my. Ergaisi is seated number 12. It's insane. Danya at 14. Have to scroll down pretty far to find my name. My top 100? Over 500 players signed up. I'm seated number 97. I'll take that. Top 100. Do we see a cow today? I think there's more likelihood of seeing an actual cow than the cow opening. But you never know. Maybe we'll find ourselves on some farmland. I'm going to start with my usual repertoire. I'll play what I know best. Hopefully get off to a good start. I don't really have time for a warm-up game. There are... Oh, my things are plugged in. One sec. Forgot to unplug my earbuds. That's technically not allowed in Title Tuesday. My basic earbuds. I'm gonna mute TTS or mute alerts, and then before I forget, turning on the heart rate monitor. So everything should be set up. Starts in 2 seconds. Okay, first opponent, Zachary Liu from Canada. Let's focus. I think d5 is playable there. Okay, now we have a Benoni. Whoa. I assume that's a mouse slip. I could take... Bro thinks he's Bobby Fischer. Knight h5. There's a famous Fischer game. Let's play bishop h2. I think my plan is rook ae1, king h1, f4, g4, and then pawn storm. Although, maybe f4 first. And then bishop f3 as well, or knight f3. A pleasant position. F5 may be coming. Queen C1. I'm trying to maintain control here. Maybe now G4. G5, H4. I'll keep trying to grab space. Connect 4. I'll still gradually improve. Bishop G3, maybe Rook H1. I have an idea. I'll play this. Queen C3, G5, or even F5. Actually dreaming of Queen C3, Bishop G7, and then F5, Knight E5, Knight F4 into E6. Interesting. Waiting for this move so I can play this. So I give away a square, but I get control of a square. And this bishop becomes kind of dead. I think this is okay. Knight D3, Queen C2. That's a good move. I still have to be careful. Rook A6. At the right moment, I should take. Maybe I should have taken last move. Take. Crazy position. It's looking good. Knight F5 coming. And the rook is trapped. No. The draw? Wow, it's a draw. Can I not break through? Do I even try bishop e8? Okay. Oh, it's kind of sad. Kudos to my opponent for holding that. 104 moves. Yeah, sacking wasn't great. Already, I think it's difficult to win this, though, after queen a7. Maybe I have to be more patient, like queen f2? Maybe I have this move. If it takes, I have rook f8. I was getting low on time. Yeah, queen f2, queen e2. It's hard for black to generate threats, so I just have to be patient. Earlier... Oh, e7. Yeah, I briefly considered e7, then I saw rook f5 I thought was safer, but yeah, e7 is nice because threatening to queen, and the queen is tied down to the bishop. Okay, unfortunate start, but undefeated, half out of 1 to start. Let me update the score. 0.5 out of 1. Sometimes chess is a draw. Here we go again. Playing Jacob Flynn. So that was a wake-up call. Getting something solid. Something a little bit offbeat, too. Don't want to blunder a pawn. It looks kind of awkward, but I think eventually I want to trade this bad bishop for white's good bishop. So it takes e4, bishop b3. Take. It's interesting. It might be hard to play for a win, especially if we trade knights. But what else to do? I would like to think I have better structure. Some rook b5 ideas. I'm not sure what my plan is, though. G6 and King G7. Yeah, we might be at a standstill. I wouldn't mind the trade of pawns. Wow. So now A3 is a bit weak. It's good progress. The plan is now to pressure the A file. Potentially form a triple battery. If A4, rook B4, rook A2. It's looking better. So I could take. Don't really want to allow the invasion. Be safe. It still takes a lot of work to win. C5. My rook should be on B2. There's ideas of this and this. White doesn't have the same luxury of getting there. Oh no. Oh, what did I do? Oh. Bishop B4 was such a bad move. It's not over though. Try this. I'm gonna play E5. I'm still gonna try and do something here. Try E5. Still pushing. F3, F5, that would be hilarious. So F3 at first almost makes sense. Wow. Oh, it's kind of funny. Okay, I called it too. I kind of called it, even though I was joking. Okay. Pretty rare that you can trap the bishop in the center like that. But white's under a bit of pressure. I mean, my opponent played F3 because these pawns don't want to be on dark squares. Objectively, it should probably be a draw. Engine says, yeah, minus something, but not huge edge for black. Okay. Well, I'm 1.5 out of 2. I feel like both games have had similar vibes where I've kind of outplayed my opponent and then slipped. But this game, yeah, my opponent slipped back. I really haven't had a chance to like acknowledge chat that much. Hello everyone watching. The first game of the stream was over 100 moves. Thank you to Naki and Ninian. Happy 2 months. Appreciate the Prime sub. I hope everyone is doing well this Tuesday. I do have slightly sad news is I think this will be my only stream of the day. I don't think I'll be streaming the afternoon title Tuesday, so I'll try and make the most of this one. Still undefeated. Oh, there's a question from Ahmed. Why did you refuse C5? I assume you're referring to the moment around here. Yeah, I didn't play C5 because it allows some attack against B7. I was scared of Rook B8. Although maybe I could have played this. I have B6. Yeah, it's playable. And the bishop moves. Oh, then the pawns start advancing. E5 is just better. Yeah, this is a sign that I'm not like fully awake and present and alert. E5 just forces a trade of pawns, and then I have 2 connected passers. Like, okay, there's takes with check. Bishop will move. But this is exactly what black should be going for. In the game, I allowed the rook trade. It did work out. A slightly messy fashion. So, what's my goal this tournament? Maybe to stay undefeated. I don't think I've ever been undefeated in a title Tuesday. But that would just entail like drawing all my games. It's probably more possible than winning a title Tuesday. There's a comment from Mangork. I wonder what the longest title Tuesday game ever was. It actually happened a few weeks ago. HIKARU was kind of trolling and he played a game lasting, I think it was over 800 moves. Like he kept avoiding the 50 move rule by pushing pawns. And then shortly after that game, chess.com like updated their rules for title Tuesday that if you troll and prolong a game longer than it needs to be prolonged, then you get penalized in some way. I think the rules were pretty vague. They didn't say what the penalties were. So maybe it's just like a slap on the wrist, which could potentially be painful. Speaking of long games, there's one game still going, but neither player is trolling. This is just a rook ending that is drawn. Black will try. But usually with a G or H pawn, then there's really no even tricks that black can try. Like white could wait passively with the king and rook. Okay, there was a mate in 2 threat for a moment there. 155 moves. We could see a 200 plus move game. Like Black could keep making minor progress with a pawn, but not ultimate progress. There's a question from Hattori Hanzo in YouTube chat. Hello everyone, I've got a question. Does FIDE or other chess institutions do doping testing? FIDE does, but only at like the I think the World Championship cycle events, like World Cup candidates, probably World Championship too. I'm not sure if there was any tests during World Rapid and Blitz. I played the World Rapid and Blitz in New York most recently, and I did get called into a special room, but that was just for the fair play check, not for doping checks. Like they scanned me with a few devices. Oh, thank you, OPM. Is that 100 rupees? Appreciate that. Okay, seeing rook versus rook. I won a game in this. I think I won in the title arena recently, but there was no increment. So my opponent blundered a skewer. This is sometimes possible to win. Anyway, moving on. I'm white. Play the usual London. Never played this opponent before, which is a good sign because, yeah, sometimes players fall into this trap. This has to be like my most frequent opening trap in Title Tuesday. Even, I think it was less than 12 hours ago, I was just playing Blitz late at night, and a strong opponent fell into exactly this. Actually, two opponents fell into this. If anyone wants to check my recent chess.com games, I think both games were less than 12 hours ago. Sometimes players blunder this. Or this. Okay. Oh, I should have taken on e7. Bishop takes b5 with a small inaccuracy. I got too excited there. Okay, 13 move win. We'll take that. 2.5 out of 3. That makes up for my super long game in the first round. But yeah, when you see a good move, you should look for a better move. Knight takes e7 is slightly more crushing. +7 versus +5. I don't think anyone's played this against me. I've had a few games where people play this. And maybe I can show, because we have time to kill. Explorer? So there's a feature on chess.com. I think it's a premium feature, so you might have to pay for it. But if you don't have premium chess.com, you can use openingtree.com, load in your chess.com account, and it's the same thing, but for free. And I'm going to type in just my games. And we'll see how many of my games feature this same opening trap. So I've had this position over 50 times. And this is actually the most frequent line, queen a5, queen d2. And the most played move I've encountered is queen takes e5. I actually haven't won all the games. Like sometimes it is possible for black to fight if they don't blunder the queen. And then, yeah, regardless of where the queen moves, there's knight takes g6. All the other squares are controlled. It's important to have played queen d2 to control b4 and a5. So, yeah, queen c6 has been played once against me. But I didn't manage to win that game. And then queen d7. So queen b5. Why does it say draw? Wait, was this my last game? Queen b5. No, this is the same opponent. KZ Champ GM. I don't know why it says I drew when I think I won. Unless I'm misremembering. Okay, I think I found a bug with the opening stats. Like queen f5. Let's click into this game. Yeah, this game I also won. So maybe the stats are just wrong. Wait, now it's not showing any games. There we go. Okay, knight c5. Yeah, I don't know why it shows draws. But anyway, this is a nice feature overall, just to see a kind of a broad overview of different lines that you play frequently. Yeah, as long as the score is correct for Title Tuesday, I'm pretty sure I won. That is funny that you can locate this game on the website and find a place on the website where it calls it a draw. So I'm probably likely to play up next game, though it could be close. Let's watch a game. Let's watch Magnus. Oh, playing Birdmaster. Who's playing the bird? f4, knight h6. Magnus? Actually, I'm rooting for a draw, so then I'll have the same score as Magnus. We'll watch with eval bar. White's actually slightly better here. Shout out to Ravensturt, Grandmaster. Maybe one of the only Grandmasters on the planet named after a bird. He has low time. Magnus has pawns. Eval bar says equal, but I would put my money on Magnus. Apparently this was a mistake. These pawns are so menacing. What to do? It's hard to make progress though as black. Is there takes and takes? Maybe not. Oh! White flagged in a almost winning position. Knight c2. And the pawns are actually stuck. And knight c2 probably to e3. That's rough. So Magnus stays perfect. Who to watch next? Wesley So? Wow. It's a draw. So I could play Wesley next game. Let's watch Fabiano. Oh, Fabiano's losing? Oh no, my Fabiano. Unless he can pull some like miracle stalemate trick. Well, Fabiano's losing. Pretty routine win for black too. Wait for stalemate. Okay, I have more points than Fabiano. Games are wrapping up. White's pawns are smiling here. I just want to find, let's try and find the most interesting game. This looks interesting. Oh, but black is queening. Yeah, this is a classic Lucina position. Or is it? Wait. Is it a draw? This is a draw. Or is it? There is king f2. Okay, this also works. Wow, how did that happen? Yeah, I think the king probably should have led the way to set up this check. Okay, games are wrapping up. Wait, is this game still going? Ah, rook versus rook is the final game. So we'll check the standings. A lot of perfect scores. So I'm tied for 55th. Could play Faustino. Okay, playing David Martinez. Here we go. We competed against each other's teams in the team battle. Are we gonna have a Cambridge Springs? It was me and Nemo against David and Pepe. I forget the exact opening. Some kind of D4 opening. Queen C2. So he wants to play E4. Now might be the time just to take and play C5. D5, I don't think works. Well, maybe it could while castling. So take, take. Hmm. I want to play bishop A3. Queen b4, there's d5. Take, take. That's slightly uncomfortable. d5, maybe knight c5. Takes and then rook b8. We could trade a bunch. Might as well. Hmm. So threatening to take and take on c4. I think long term, especially if queens stay on the board, then white's king is going to be a bit less safe. How to do this? Take. So d5, I think I just take. If take, we trade rook c8. Oh, there's also queen g6 and taking on g2 in that line. Rook c5. Not simple. It's risky. I'm going for it though. I messed up. I don't know how I won that. It was insane. A combination of luck and ability not to flag. Oh man. Okay, thankfully we have a break. This is also why it's very important to know king pawn endings. It's probably one of the first types of king pawn endings I learned. Like, you have to get your king in front of the pawn, and whenever there's a gap between the king and the pawn, it's always winning. In this case, white has opposition, but I'm able to spend a tempo, and then black takes opposition, and yeah, keep making progress. So yeah, white lost a key tempo. I guess here, white should have just taken the pawn, I think. Or maybe white should have just played this. Because my pawns are not as quick as this pawn if white doesn't give me enough time. Yeah, thank you, Technology. I appreciate the sub. So I'm still undefeated. Almost certainly playing up next game. Are we officially on a break? A few games going. Yeah, it is true. We were very close to repeating. At some point, I thought it was going to claim a draw, but I guess we didn't actually repeat the same position 3 times. Oh, another rook versus rook. Let's check the other game. Okay, this is more interesting. Black's trying to win. Wait, g3? White's a bit passive. Black's building up time, and then eventually we'll play g3. Is it winning? It is winning. There you go. Yeah, because with f-pawn, then the rook will come over. And if here there's check and skewer. Okay. So we're officially on break. So I'm half point behind the leaders. Tied for 26. Still tied with Wesley. And Faustino. So I've actually played lower rated players every game. But that will probably change with my next opponent. Yeah, we got about 5 minutes here. So some time to kill. Are people who call Tuesday allowed to play titled Tuesday? As long as they're titled, that's what matters. Last week I called at least one of my streams some butchering of the spelling of Tuesday. But this stream, I think I've spelled everything correctly. Oh, I think there was a question from my game. Let's load it up. Yeah, I didn't really analyze games. Question about 32 Rook D1. Oh, it looks really close to winning. Rook D1, King C2, Queen D2, checkmate. King B2. Yeah, it should be winning. I mean, there should be multiple ways to win. I don't know if there's like a clear mating attack, but probably Queen D2, Queen C2. And the best technique might just be to like trade queens and win the pawns. But then white has counterplay. Engine says it's completely winning. To do this, and then this. Yeah, I think there's probably some scenario where it's like best for black to eventually win the pawn, and then it takes time for white to win this pawn. Oh, I see the comment from Java's Bellyhole. Couple hours into the chessman course, and it's very helpful. That's good to hear. Yeah, I guess I haven't mentioned the stream, but for anyone that is new here or maybe hasn't watched my content in a while, I am doing a promotion with Chessmood for the month of June. Graphic is above my head. You can get free Chessmood, access to hundreds of hours of like very high quality video courses. And yeah, just use my link, chessmood.com/Rosen. No payment info is required, just an email. Great website. Have a lot of courses for like beginners and intermediates to boost your rating. Also some very high level like opening preparation courses that I use myself as well. So I hope it brings people value. And the command should be working on across both chats, Twitch and YouTube, I think. I recently installed Nightbot in YouTube chat, so trying to have similar experiences across both platforms. There's a question, which country has the most fanatical chess folks? Yeah, chat is probably better at answering such a question. Let me know where everyone's watching from. This should be like a decently European-friendly stream. Like usually late morning US Central Time is a good time for like most of the world to be awake. Question from a Retro Roy. I'm 2000. Can I get any benefit? Yeah, if you're 2000, I think like a good portion of the chess mood courses um are like targeted for the. I think it's like probably 1600 to 2200 range. But they do have rating ranges like before you dive into a course. Okay, let's focus. Oh, HIKARU's on 3, which means I'm maybe the lowest 3.5. Wow. Okay, B3, of course. There's some Gambit here. Knight f3, D5. Haven't played HIKARU in a while. How do the pieces move again? What's this? So some reverse open Sicilian. D3. G3. Wow, HIKARU being feisty. Some F4 ideas, maybe. E4. Take. It's risky, but let's do it. The F file's open. General principles say that when you're castled and your opponent's not castled, you should try and open the center, even if your opponent's HIKARU. F4 now? Take. I just sack a pawn. Let's do it. There's knight e4, take, bishop g4 maybe. I should have considered g5, but okay, let's take bishop g4. I'm kind of gambiting. There's, I mean, every pawn lost is a file opened. I have no center pawns, but I have 2 half-open center files. Take. I don't really want to trade, though. So let's play this. HIKARU has an archipelago of pawns. Okay, I should stop talking. Let's focus. Tricky, tricky. Queen c3. Oh no. I messed up. Oh no, my queen. Where's my trick? Okay. I went for the crazy line, but it didn't work. My things were hanging. GG. It was a fun game. Maybe more fun for HIKARU, but those are the types of games I still enjoy. I went for craziness in basically early middle game. I completed the opening before HIKARU did, but e4 was the best move. f4 is also the best move. Someone start the procedure. I just didn't really follow through correctly. Bishop g4 is fine. Engine likes 95. It's very intuitive. Like, just throw pieces at white and hope something sticks. Was my heart rate broken? Oh no, my heart rate. It definitely peaked above 75. Yeah, I have to troubleshoot my app. It just randomly dies sometimes. Does Eric have to have a camera behind him? Yes. This is my Proctor camera. I'm also using the Proctor software. So it's what allows me to leave Twitch and YouTube chats accessible for viewers to chat in. I just hide them on my end, so I don't see chat during games. Proctor does share my screen and a lot of other things with chess.com admins. All right, let me fix the heart rate. This will take a moment. Turn it off for now. Let's see the turning point. It's hard to judge, like bishop h3 versus bishop e6. But yeah, around here, it's full momentum in white's favor. I'm not even threatening to take h2. King f2 is so sneaky, though. It's not actually a good move. Ah, I have 95 first. But then bishop g2, what's the point? And then, oh, then knight g4. So my queen stays defending this, and I just win e3. So HIKARU actually got sloppy here with this. Yeah, I guess king f2, it's the type of move that if HIKARU plays, like he's obviously calculating queen h2, but could easily miss knight e5. Okay, moving on. Hmm. Castling is tempting. I'm going to do it. Some bishop d6 ideas. Calculating this, takes bishop e6 and then take. I have bishop d6. Really just threatening to win the pawn. It's weird having to adjust from like playing a HIKARU to playing like a normal human being. I feel less pressure. Also feel like I have a good position, but that still takes work. Black defends the pawn. Okay, c5 is attacked again. We might see c4. Knight e2. I'm thinking long term, h4, rook h3, rook a3. Could be kind of funny. Or just do the faster rook lift. Wow. So if I take the rook, uh-oh, disconnected. Getting like a warning message. Okay, let me connect my other device. Wait. Can I finish the game first? Bear with me one moment. This is super distracting. This has never happened to me before. Oh, what's happening? I want to connect the device, but I can't leak the thing on screen. Okay, let me just... Is this a draw? This might be a draw. There, 92 maybe. Okay, bear with me. I have to like hide this. Do this. Do this. Okay. So I reconnected it, but it's still giving me this message. Let's play knight d4. Okay, I think it's okay now. Let's focus. I think I'm threatening this, because if takes, I have this. As long as I... Wow, what is this move? Got this. Again, the same tactic. I think the knight's trapped. Almost. Okay. I made it through that game. I'm gonna have to troubleshoot whatever happened with my my second camera. Someone was asking about it before this game began. It's like it's plugged into the charger. Few portable chargers. Okay. So I'm I use this phone for the Proctor camera, but I have my backup phone. So let me put this here. Okay. I think I was in control the whole game. Although around here it was like almost a draw. Like I just had to realize that like this threat is not too dangerous. Like if I try and run too quickly, there's knight a2, but yeah, thankfully I was able to develop. And there is always this tactic, like if takes, I have this, winning the queen. Okay, so that was round 6. I'm 4.5 out of 6. Why couldn't black take the pawn instead of going d3 with the knight? Oh yeah, at this point I'm happy to trade. So if takes, and I think I was gonna take and rook d2. This is probably a better try for black, because at least there's passed pawns, but white's up a full rook. But yeah, knight takes e2 is the best move. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I remembered to update the score after the HIKARU, after the game with HIKARU. But it should be accurate now. And I'll probably play up again. I'll probably play up next game. So I'm half point behind HIKARU. Tied for something. Tied for 43rd. Could play Zhigalko. Oh, I'm still on the same score as Wesley. Haven't played Wesley in a long time. Can't recall if I've ever played him in Title Tuesday. Oh, let me fix the heart rate too. So many things breaking today. You're playing a strong player. Okay. Heart rate is back. Crescent moon. Okay. I'll play this one. This is Bishop D3. This is a chess mood opening. Queen E1. Idea knight E5 F4 an attack. But if this, I think I have to play this. Bishop F5. Still go for knight E5. Queen C7 might be played. It's very committal, but let's do it. A5, maybe B4. Just want to play Queen E2 and maybe eventually target this. There's also some knight C5 maneuvers. Preemptively defending the pawn. Also preparing the eventual rook lift. Would allow knight E4. It's not ideal, but I think it's still okay. It's actually these ideas too. Okay, this is a very commonly missed tactic. F6 might come. G4. Takes I probably take with knight. Really? Take. Controlling d5. I think I'm winning the pawn. Queen b7, I trade. That's tricky though. I have queen b1. Take, queen a1, queen b1 is important. Or rook b1. I still wasn't sure about queen f4. Does black have perpetual? Because I can't move up because mate. I have to move back. Check. Is it perpetual? King g1? It's perpetual. Wow. Opponent flagged in a drawn position. I had to play king h1. Okay. I get the upset. 5.5 out of 7. Good score. It was actually a pleasant game overall. I put some nice pressure out of the opening, early middle game. It is a fun line for Blitz too. This this line maybe more commonly comes from an exchange Caro-Kann. Exchange Caro-Kann is actually where chess mood offers this idea, this queen e1 move. At a lower level, it's probably even more effective because players don't know how to deal with it. But even at a higher level, it's can still be a bit venomous. Even though, okay, maybe I didn't play super accurately. Actually, surprised the engine gives black an edge. Then I got a nice position. But then it was still tricky. I really wanted to play rook b7 here. But then I wasn't sure about check. here and then like some rook move. Maybe it doesn't work. It just looks scary. Wait, did my opponent resign? My opponent resigned. Oh, I thought they flagged. They resigned in a drawn position. Oh, that makes it, I guess, slightly more tragic for my opponent. Slightly funnier for me. Wow. Yeah, never resign when you can take a pawn with check. All right, moving on. Here we go again. And gaining some rating so far. B4 is kind of coming. E5, queen e2. Not super comfortable. B5. There's lines where B2 hangs in the end, like after all the trades. Oh, I blunder. To take. That's not pleasant. Oh, I didn't see that. Getting outclassed. Like C5. That's not a good position. How to fight? Rook e8, take. Arguing takes and knight f6. I'll play this. That's a strong knight. So low on time, too. There's rook 8. There's something to play for. Wait, am I getting forked? No. Maybe? Oh, there's a trick, though. Rook c7 I take. Then f4. That's such a sad position. Hmm. The sound of sadness. Okay. I was hoping I would put my bishop so far away that they would forget about it, but yeah, e5 cut off the bishop, so what to do? Gotta play that game. Knight b4. Mainly want to just find the improvements, like in the middle game. Queen a5 is probably not the best approach, but it's playable. Okay, b5 is probably just a blunder because of what happened. Opponent punished me to the maximum. So best move, knight c5. Yeah, I was looking at these moves. It just seemed like the queen would retreat and then my knight's a target, especially here, like b4 is going to be a threat. Engine says knight e6. I guess b4, it's not easy to achieve. If takes, this is what I want. If takes, I can take with pawn. Okay. Some lesson learned. Yeah, maybe I got like overly fancy there. This is actually a simple line if I acknowledge it. I think I just stopped after like one move of calculation. So, 5.5 out of 8. Still a good score. We'll show the standings. Magnus is perfect, along with Hans. HIKARU is still playing. HIKARU wins. But he's a point behind the leaders. We're going to have another break coming up. See if any games are still going. Oh, many games still going. Watching Tani. Black is pushing for a win. Ooh. Ooh. Bishop e4. GG. Who to watch next? This is interesting. This could very easily wind up in like white needing to mate with 2 bishops. But first white has to figure out how to push the pawn. And you can't allow the rook to sacrifice for bishop and pawn. Ooh. Oh, king e7. Wow. I don't think we're going to see the 2 bishop mate. Wait, why is the king not running? Oh, that works too. Oh no, your rook. Promote to a 3rd bishop. Okay. The chance was missed. Was that the last game? I think so. Okay, we're on a break. There's a comment, you should play Title Tuesday blind. I have my blindfold. I did some blindfold chess and some blindfold 960 chess the previous stream. I don't think I'll be playing Title Tuesday blind though. It would be cool though to like play with the extension to like hide my opponent's name. The problem is I can't do that with Proctor unless they like implement it natively in chess.com. So yeah, I'm not sure if I'll ever be able to do that while still following the fair play rules. There's Zen mode, right? I press Z, but it still shows like the opponent. At least for me it does. It's a little bit cut off on screen, but yeah, the opponent's name is here. There might be a feature to hide ratings. I don't think it's possible to hide like ratings and opponent's name. You should berserk every game on stream. That's also hard to do in Title Tuesday. I don't think chess.com will be implementing any berserking anytime soon. Could manually berserk though. Just wait until half your time has passed to make the first move. So let me close my tabs. Anything to analyze? I feel like I need a better idea of like how to play this opening. I don't encounter it too often. Maybe I can find some new idea. Like bishop d7. This is fine. Actually curious, a6 maybe, if I'm prepared for it, maybe it's a bit more forcing. Takes. Let's say c4. e5. This is interesting. Black play e5 against everything? Not bishop g5. I might consider playing a6 next time. Just get something a bit different. And white does have this kind of positional bind, but it's playable for black. Yeah, I am aware of the extension that Levy uses. I think Levy has used it like most of his title Tuesdays. I actually don't know like if is he required to use Proctor, because they haven't rolled out Proctor to all players. I think they're planning to. But yeah, I was one of the first wave of players required to use Proctor every week. So what to do? We see the standings here. I can try and predict my next opponent. Where's my... So I'm tied for 56th. Some high-rated players above me. And some players below me. Yeah, it looks like I will play down. I'll probably play like a 2600 or 2700. Oh, hello to Prasan Shukla. My age is 19. I want to cross 2889 FIDE. Is it possible? Or wait, no, it is possible. Oh, so maybe that's just a statement. Or is it a question? Might depend on your current rating. Also might depend on like rating inflation. You never know, like in 50 to 100 years, like FIDE rating inflation might take effect, and maybe it'll be a bit easier to cross 2889. Okay, let's focus here and let's play a London. Okay, we have this line. This is slightly better for white. King e7 is the best move. Or wait, what am I thinking? Yeah, King e7 is the best move. King f8, I think it's slightly worse because does it go take? There's some line where it's like this pin is kind of important. Like a6 here. I did go through a phase of studying these lines. Still have to figure out what to do. A6 is coming. Could take. Not exactly what I wanted. Giving up some initiative, like bishop e4, knight d2. We trade. still liking my position. Like long term, it's a bit hard for black to get the rook into play. That's an attempt. E4. I take and play e5. Take e5. It's okay. It's still equal material. These bishops are nice. Should keep in mind queen c8. Pretty low on time there, but got the job done. So I'm 6.5 out of 9. 2 more games to go. It's still possible to tie my best score ever. If I can manage to win the next 2, I will almost certainly play up next game. Oh wow, Hans defeated Magnus. 9 out of 9. Might play HIKARU next. Still some games going. Watch Penguin against Denlaz. A Penguin pushing for a win. The Penguin's so fast. But White's holding on. Not easy to crack the setup. Okay, Penguin is winning. Wow, 8 points. Good result for Penguin. Again, if you're just joining, it's Title Tuesday. Have 2 more rounds to go. I have a pretty good score. I did lose to HIKARU earlier. That was probably the highlight game of my tournament. But I had a lot of like really hard fought games. So I assume the final games are wrapping up for this round. Not sure what's happening with oh, there we go. Oh, playing Faustino. Okay. There you go. The world's best 11-year-old. Just over 3,000. Play this. I think I'm supposed to take, then like c5, maybe b6. Play c5. This is new territory for me. Take. Bishop d6 or bishop e7. Some pressure. Kind of want to play this. Just get the bishop pair. I'm kind of lacking development, but it just takes 2 moves. Oh, is there knight b5 already? Knight b5. Take. Wow, I have to be careful. I wasn't Probably wasn't careful enough already. There. Queen b8. Not the move I want to play though. Okay, I'm curious how he's gonna punish me though. I still have a plan. How does white generate threats? If I get the chance, I probably do want to play this. He plays knight b5. Bishop c5. That's clever. Oh, there's rook c5. Oh dear. Take. Oh, I'm about to get smashed. Take. Maybe take and then bishop c5. Oh, it's so shaky. Let's try it. I didn't hang mate, I don't think. Because there's b4. Oh, it's really shaky. Knight d5 maybe? Kids these days. Let's try this. Take. Oh, this is so bad. Maybe take. Try this. So I'm down a pawn. The king will get to g7, hopefully. But to untangle. Yeah, let's try this. It's kind of a panic move, but I don't like my chances. You never know. All it takes is one fork. Or one backwards knight move. Am I knight getting trapped? It might be. Okay. GG. Yeah, my problem stems well before the end game. No respect for their elders, SMH. That's the first comment I read. Yeah. These kids are terrifying. Probably more terrifying than like HIKARU. The opening was fine though. It was just very slow to develop. Yeah, I kind of regretted moving the same piece too many times just to trade it off. And he punished me to the maximum, like knight b5. It's still okay for black, it's just very hard to figure out. Apparently I had to take the knight and allow this line, which like I intuitively rejected like instantly. Because yeah, king on e7 is so ugly. I guess white doesn't have like a killer blow though. Engine's still realizing it is nice for white. Hans beat HIKARU. Wow, Hans on fire. Did he clinch first already? 10 out of 10. I'm now 6.5 out of 10. It's still fun to play some big name players. HIKARU, Faustino. I wonder who has a better shot at winning or becoming like the world champion. HIKARU or Faustino. Probably HIKARU, just given the fact that he's probably going to qualify for candidates and make one last push for it. Okay, there's one game going. This should be a draw. Did see, I think I saw Benjamin Bach lose this last week in Title Tuesday. You just can't ooh, wait, check, okay. Yeah, you have to make sure the bishop's like far enough away to give the check. King could run to this corner now if white wanted. Okay. Draw by repetition. Final game incoming. Stafford Gambit time. Kind of want to play a Stafford. If e4, we have knight f3. Okay, I'll play my normal thing. I have a queen's pawn. Catalan coming. A Barmen variation. Cambridge Springs. Okay, Cambridge Springs. This is a fun line. Knight b3, I think queen c7. There was a like Kramnik-Kamsky game years ago that featured something similar. I have a choice here to take with knight or pawn. Take with knight. Can also take this way. It feels a bit more natural. Okay, some better structure. This bishop should eventually find some life. And what to do? Thinking g6, bishop g7. Never mind. Could actually allow the trade. Take. There's knight g5. I'm gonna allow the trade. Oop, let's not blunder. Queen f6. I want to play this. Still some 94 ideas. Not actually threatening to take. Bishop d5. Oh, I missed bishop f7. Ay, ay, ay. 94 in the end? Oh, there's that. I'm missing too many things. I'm just losing. Sad finish. Very sad finish. I'm not entirely sure how I can fight, but maybe I'll try something. Too slow, too weak. let's take away a lesson. Let's take away a lesson. Yeah, I had to be more patient. Oh, I could have actually relieved the tension like this. Queen g5 defends the knight. Earlier, it felt good for black, but maybe I developed in the wrong way. Maybe if I really want to fiend Cato, I can start with g6 and then maneuver. Okay. Well, thanks everyone for tuning in. Final score is 6.5 out of 11. Not the best finish for me. I did have 6.5 out of 9 at some point. Congratulations, Hans, for winning the tournament, I assume. Everything's really laggy right now. I think it's just the chess.com interface. Let me close my tabs. Maybe too many instances of Stockfish running. Okay. Anyway, yeah, it's lunchtime. It's brunch time. I do appreciate everyone with the positive energy. I will be back in the future. Stay tuned for more YouTube videos too. Like, not necessarily live streams, but just speedrun episodes, maybe some over the board videos. And I'll see you guys soon. Adios.